The Simon Says Challenge. Listen better to win. Ollie was full of energy and ideas, but there was one problem. He was terrible at listening. Whether it was his parents, teachers, or friends, Ollie often tuned out, missing important details and making mistakes. His parents had tried reminding him many times, but Ollie just couldn't focus long enough to listen carefully. One sunny afternoon, Ollie was playing outside when a swirl of sparkling light appeared before him. A booming voice echoed from nowhere. "Hello, Ollie," the voice continued. "I am Simon, the magical keeper of the Simon Says game. I've come to take you on a special adventure where you'll learn the importance of listening carefully." Before Ollie could respond, the ground beneath him shimmered, and he was suddenly transported to a glowing arena. The ground was covered in colorful clouds, and floating golden coins circled above. "This is the world of Simon Says." Simon's voice boomed. "Here, you will face the consequences of not listening closely. If you want to win, you must listen carefully to every word." Ollie blinked in surprise. "A Simon Says game? I can do that." But Ollie didn't realize just how much he had to learn. The game began, and Simon's voice echoed across the arena. "Simon says, touch your nose." Ollie touched his nose, feeling confident. "Simon says, hop on one foot." Ollie hopped up and down, enjoying the fun. "Now clap your hands," Simon called out, but he didn't say Simon Says first. Ollie immediately clapped his hands, forgetting the most important rule. Suddenly, a magical breeze swept through the arena, and Ollie was lifted into the air. "Oops, Ollie, you're out," Simon's voice echoed. "You didn't listen for the Simon Says. You made a mistake." Ollie's face turned red with frustration. "I thought I was listening." Simon's voice was gentle. "When you don't listen for every detail, you miss out on important instructions, and that can lead to mistakes. Just like in life, if you don't pay attention, you might do things the wrong way." Ollie was determined to do better in the next round. "I'll focus now," he thought, squaring his shoulders. "Simon says, jump high," Simon instructed. Ollie jumped as high as he could. "Simon says, wave your arms," Simon added. Ollie waved his arms enthusiastically. "Now touch your toes," Simon called, but once again Simon hadn't said, "Simon says." Ollie hesitated and crossed his arms. "You didn't say, Simon says. You tried to trick me again," he protested, feeling frustrated. Simon's voice was calm. "Ollie, questioning every instruction can slow things down and cause frustration. In life, if you don't listen carefully, it can lead to arguments." Ollie realized that by not listening properly, he was causing unnecessary tension. He nodded, understanding that listening closely helped avoid frustration for everyone. The game continued, but Ollie's confidence was fading. He kept making mistakes, doing things the wrong way, and even arguing with Simon when he didn't understand the instructions. "Simon says, jump twice." Ollie jumped twice, but then Simon added, "Now, spin around and clap your hands." Ollie spun and clapped, but again he didn't hear the magical Simon Says before the instruction. "Oops, Ollie, that's another mistake. You're out again," Simon said, his voice full of disappointment. Ollie felt a magical tug on his shoulders. The golden coins floating above his head began to vanish into thin air. "You've lost too many points, Ollie," Simon's voice echoed. "You're not keeping up in the game, and it's like struggling in school. If you can't focus and listen carefully, it's hard to succeed." Ollie looked down, feeling defeated. "I can't seem to do anything right in this game. Why does it matter so much?" Simon's voice softened. "Don't worry, Ollie. You've learned something very important, but now I'm going to give you magical tools to help you listen better. These strategies will help you focus and avoid mistakes. Simon's voice filled the arena, and with a magical wave, he conjured a glowing book in front of Ollie. Here are 4 strategies that will help you listen better and succeed. Make eye contact. When you look at the person speaking to you, it helps you focus. Eye contact works like a magical connection that keeps your attention locked in. Ollie imagined looking into his teacher's eyes next time she gave instructions, helping him stay focused and follow directions better. Write it down or draw it down. If you have trouble remembering things, write them down or draw a picture. This magic helps your brain keep track of important details. Ollie smiled, imagining himself drawing pictures or taking notes in school to remember important information. Check for understanding. When you don't understand something, don't be afraid to ask. Just like in this game, it's important to check if you're on the right track before moving forward. Ollie thought about how asking questions could clear up confusion and make sure he understood everything correctly. Break information into chunks. Sometimes, too much information can be overwhelming. Breaking things into smaller steps makes it easier to follow. Ollie realized that if he could take instructions one step at a time, things would be much easier to understand. When Ollie returned home, he decided to try the new strategies Simon gave him. The next time his teacher gave instructions, Ollie made eye contact, repeated the steps back to her, and asked questions when needed. He even started drawing pictures to remember important details. Soon, Ollie found that listening became easier. He didn't argue with his friends anymore, and he understood the instructions better. Ollie realized that with focus and practice, he could succeed both in games and in school. How about you? Are you ready to be a great listener and win the next magical Simon Says game? With focus and practice, you can do it too. The end.